so different. We didn't have a different experience in Japan, you and I. And this isn't a Japanese hit piece. I didn't have an awful time in Japan. I'm going to go back. But I want to break down what's happening between you and me. You view Japan with a sense of obscure mysticism for Oriental people, based off of your knowledge of the Crunchyroll recommended list. I do not. Instagram Reels show me good things sometimes of Japan and bad things of other countries. Do you ever wonder why it's all Japanese media? Have you been anywhere else in Asia? No. It's because the only place in Asia that you want to go is from your animes. You played Persona 5 and you want to go to Shibuya. You want to see how it looks, how they live. The first thing we're going to talk about is the people. The people of Japan have this reputation of being this almighty, tolerant, quiet, respectful people. I'm going to tell you right now, after going to Japan, it's not true. The Japanese people are normal people. I live in a society myself. Let's say you go to Arkansas and you buy a house. Go outside and wave to your neighbors. They're going to be nice to you. The Japanese people, they don't do that. They're reclusive. They're extremely introverted. Technology has burdened them. It's dropped their birth rates. They don't like interaction anymore. It's very evident. The birth rate statistic alone is enough to show that Japanese people do not like talking to each other, let alone you. They are not respectful. When they bump into you, they do not say sorry, not even in Japanese. That's not a cultural thing. A cultural thing is they take their shoes off before they go in the house. It's not having manners. Saying excuse me when you need to get by somebody is manners. It's not rooted in the Japanese culture to be rude. They have just become that way. The Japanese people, specifically in Kyoto, are hyper racist. They hate tourists. Japanese people have always been racist. They don't like immigrants. Try to get a visa and move there right now. You can't. From the 1620s to the 1850s, Japan was sealed off completely. They'd just fucking kill you if you showed up if you were a Dutch spice trader. They said, fuck it. Nobody. And the culture persists. There's classism in Japan itself. They'll hate you if you're from another region. But here's the catch. This is just Asia. This is how all of Asia works. What do you go to Japan to see? The history, the people, the food, the culture. The food is unbelievable. Legitimately, the food's the best I've ever had anywhere in the world. Out of all the places that I've traveled, Japan's food is just bar none the best. But you go to the temples. Guess where there's temples? China. Guess where there's temples? Singapore. Guess where there's temples? Thailand. Okay. But the people are really nice. No, this is an Asian thing, not a Japanese thing. Go to Thailand. The people are actually fucking nicer. Way nicer. Genuinely nicer. The Japanese kindness that you see is because you're being served at a restaurant. The Japanese kindness that you perceive is because you don't leave your house and talk to your neighbors and get along with them. Because you are the problem. The Japanese kindness that you perceive is because you live in the Bronx and you can't even wear your watch outside without getting mugged. In the stairwell of the place that you live. It's not an ultra kindness. It's not rare. It's not special. It's Asian kindness from the whole fucking region. Go to South Korea and accidentally leave your bag. They won't steal it either. You can leave your key in your bike in Bangkok. They won't steal it. You can leave your wallet on the ground in Hong Kong and come back 30 minutes later. It won't be stolen. It's not a Japanese thing. Japanese people do it too. It's not Japanese. You've glazed too much. This is how much you've glazed Japanese people. There was a businesswoman who smiled for a photograph who's now a micro-celebrity and has lines out the door at conventions to see her. That's how ridiculous it has gotten. Your knowledge of Japan has been gained from video games and mass media manipulation. You, since your childhood, have watched Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, and now you watch Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. The world isn't a Crunchyroll recommended list. Japan might be very clean, even though it has no trash cans for some reason. They make it work. That's special about Japan. They have a pretty cool culture. The samurai. That's pretty cool. But what else do they have in their culture modern day? They have an otaku society that they themselves have created after they got nuked. We dropped a couple on them, and the country went into a reclusive state where they got hyper fixated on technology and produced the most graphic 3D jiggle physic tits in children's shows that you've ever seen. And now everybody's cooming so hard to these that they stay home or they go on subways and take pictures under children's skirts. The age of consent in Japan up until 2023 was 13 years old. These are your gods, not mine. These are your lords of the manor, the perfect society. What did it change to, you may ask? Oh, now it's 16. These are your heroes because you watched anime. You know, Mom, I really like Japanese people because they bow to you. They just show respect. They're quiet on the train. Wow, very advanced civilization. The bullet trains are pretty cool, but I was on one in Barcelona. Strange. Must be a Japanese only thing. No, it's not. None of this is special. It's the only thing special about Japan is their own cultural history and their food. The way that they act, if anything, is just, it's perverse and wrong. The argument for Japanese people doing anything weird is always, well, this is their culture. The problem is that their culture has a ton of flaws, too. People have become so reclusive and afraid of confrontation and interaction with strangers that they don't even apologize for bumping into you. Everywhere else in the world, that is called being rude. Japanese people are racist. Everywhere else in the world, that is frowned upon. But if Japanese people do it, it's okay, because my Discord kitten said, Japan's cool, ooh. Seriously, this is how people think. It might not be you. I watch anime, but I'm not sitting there going, oh, well, I can't wait to go to Japan and fucking use my chakra to run up a building and then backflip off, and then I can go to Soapland in the red light district and have sex with 900 Japanese girls who really want me. Now, that's a meme, right? No. Guys are obsessed with Japanese women because they find them to be quiet, subservient creatures. Hey man, newsflash, if you had any fucking game in the country that you live in, a girl would be quiet and subservient to you too, if that's really what you wanted. Japanese girls don't want to date losers from other countries. But guess what? That's not a Japanese girl thing. That's an every girl thing. If you go to Vietnam, they don't want to date losers. The fucking prostitutes don't want to date losers. They don't want to move across the world and date a guy who's not fucking cool in their own country. That's you. Be honest, what has convinced you that Japan is an ultimate society? Is it because you only get positive news on Instagram Reels about it? Is it because they have animal characters in anime that are frogs and fucking cat girls? Is it because they encourage your odd perversions, Is it because they create the best profile pictures for Discord? Is it because you can relate to that really cool secondary character in the anime? You're just like him. You're so edgy and awesome. Be honest with yourself. It's one thing to like Japanese history and go there for that, and that's what you expect. But it's another thing to just completely make up a culture in your head because you've seen TikToks about flower gardens. Oh, but this and that and this and that. Every single country in the world has something unique about it. It has its own food, it has its own temple, it has its own culture. It's cool. They're not having children anymore. Japan is not having children anymore. Japanese people are afraid to talk to each other. Japanese people are afraid to have sex with each other. They like staying inside so much. It's a mascot-oriented culture. 7-Eleven is not unique to Japan. 7-Eleven exists in the same ecosystem in every Asian country in all of Asia. They all go to 7-Eleven and they all have a sweet treat before bed. This is what Japan has become. Did you see the new Demon Slayer movie? I can't wait to go back to Japan. What the fuck are you talking about? Go to the gym. Go to your own community events. Go meet some nice people down the street. Talk to your neighbors. Have a fucking barbecue, dude. You're obsessing over a group of people who are imperfect. You're obsessing over a group of people who lost the last war that they were in and immediately reverted into a perverted country that makes adult cartoons. You're obsessed with gore and violence. You need to wake up. Sakura trees are only in bloom certain seasons, and you can't afford the ticket to go. Oh, dude, this is what we'll do in Osaka. We'll get in some go-karts and ride around in Mario and Luigi outfits. Wow. The perfect culture. You can't do that anywhere else in the world. What I'm trying to fix with this video is your mindset. I want you to come back to reality. Come back to us. Base yourself in reality. Japan is not the only country in Asia. They're all pretty similar. And a lot of them have more respectful people. Some of them even have less crime somehow. Some of them are even pretty much cleaner. I would argue Singapore and Japan are pretty tight for that race. But I encourage you not to put all of your weird mysticism, your fantasy projections into Japan as the holy land of ultra people. They still do paperwork like it's 1970 for everything. Everything is still written on paperwork. They're lacking. They're not having children. The country is in a decline. They're about to tax tourists 900% in Kyoto. They don't like you. They're racist against other Asian people, let alone black people and white people from America. They don't like you. They want to sit in their room all day. They don't want to talk to you. They're obsessed with futanari porn. And the age of consent up until 2 years ago was 13. They're not perfect. Great, they have some cool castles and some nice trees and really fucking good food. And the streets are clean and for some reason there's no trash cans. Great. It's not Mecca for fucking gooners. Now to conclude this video, yeah, Japan's a pretty respectful place. They have some great honorable traditions, amazing food, cultural landmarks. It's a great place to go. Obviously, I would recommend doing it. But I would recommend losing the creepy mysticism that you have for these people. I think it's unnerving to them, and it's very obvious as you stare at them as they walk throughout their day. And they don't like you. They're racist, and they don't like you. So if you don't want to experience racism, go to a third world country in Asia, because the Chinese people hate you, the Korean people hate you, they don't want you in their clubs, they don't even want you in their restaurants. Go to a third world country in Asia if you want to experience a true Asian culture. They have just as beautiful temples, they have just as good infrastructure in their major cities, and they genuinely want to be around you. But what do I know? I've just traveled the world and you haven't. But what do I know? Even if you are a well-traveled person, you're still convinced by anime to go to Japan. I'm sorry. Was my opinion too correct? Did it hit the nail on the head too hard? I'm not sorry, by the way. All I did was say fucking facts this entire video. So good luck. Sayonara. That means they don't even say that. They don't even say sayonara. That means that I'm like never going to see you again. Well, actually, sayonara. Yeah.